I think last year, people's overwhelming sense was one that risks were present virtually everywhere. That everywhere you look, all the changes that were happening seem to look a lot like problems. Problems for companies, problems for the economy as a whole, and problems for global society. In fact, I think that that is absolutely an overly pessimistic view. And in fact, what's happening is the world is simply changing in a much more accelerated way. And a lot of the underlying trends that have been present for a long time are fundamentally reshaping the business environment and the economic environment and the social environment. And this presents an immense number of opportunities for companies. Companies that embrace the changes and make the most of them and figure out how to turn those into new economic opportunities will find actually unparalleled opportunities for success. In fact, history tells us that this is true because amidst the Great Depression, in the recessions of the 70s, 80s, 90s, the Asian financial crisis, in fact, a lot of change took place. New companies were started, new products were innovated, and companies made different kinds of investments that actually set the stage for future growth. So we see a lot of opportunity for innovation as the world changes as quickly as it is. So times like ours, difficult though they are, reinforce the old cliche that the urgent tends to crowd out the important. And in fact, embracing some of the trends that underlie the reset world, the reset economy, present huge economic opportunities. So let's think about what the reset world offers. The reset world offers huge opportunities for companies that win the race towards a low carbon economy. The need to build a less carbon intense economy is going to create vast new markets and opportunities. And companies that get there first will be very, very successful. The reset world also offers huge opportunities to companies that go after the rising markets and find ways to meet human needs while also staying within planetary boundaries of resource constraints. You know, 5 years ago at the BSR Conference, C.K. Prahalad spoke and he was talking about his book, Fortune at the Bottom of the Pyramid. And I think the concept of the bottom of the pyramid or the base of the pyramid actually misses something. It misses the fact that over the next 50 years, we have billions and billions of middle-class consumers coming into play. They have big needs, they have growing income, and if we meet their needs the same way we meet the needs of people in the United States and Europe, we won't make it. So this is a huge opportunity for companies that figure that out. And in the reset world, there's huge advantage going to companies that really embrace collaboration. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But companies that work within value chains, within public-private partnerships, and within multi-stakeholder initiatives will find that that's not something that's nice to do anymore. It's not just the principle of collaboration that counts. That's the way the world works. And the reset world will reward companies who understand the world of digital natives, the millennials who are growing up with the internet and have a fundamentally different set of expectations about how they get information, what they learn about your company, where they learn it, and so on. So this means that companies that understand ubiquitous computing, social networks, and collaborative models of R&D will go to the head of the class. So the reset world offers all sorts of opportunities. And at BSR, we're committed to continuing to help you embrace these opportunities by thinking about what's next. And meeting, as we say in our report, our 2008 report, meeting the challenge of the reset world. By the way, I hope you've read our report. I hope you take note of the new look that we've put in place this year, which goes along with, we hope and we believe, some sharper messaging about where the world is heading and how you can help shape it in a way that is sustainable and successful. So in terms of working with you, we see a roadmap that has three increasingly important elements, three ways of thinking about sustainability that we think will help you meet the challenge of the reset world. First is innovation for sustainability. Second is system redesign. And third is leveraging the power of networks. So I'll talk about each of these 3 points. In the coming year, we intend to focus more of our activities working with our members, our consulting work, our research, our convenings, next year's conference, by focusing more attention on these 3 themes, because we think that these hold the key to a lot of the kinds of change that you're seeking to unleash. And I think that these are all elements that in many ways have been undervalued and underutilized for companies working on corporate responsibility. So the first element of this roadmap is innovation for sustainability. After all, innovation is what the most successful businesses do all the time. But very often, innovation and sustainability aren't really linked. I spoke with a design guru a few months ago who said the problem with innovation is that when innovation meets sustainability, usually it's a train wreck. And it's a train wreck because innovation often promotes the use of more resources, and we have to decouple that. We have to find ways for innovation to lead to more sustainable products, more sustainable business models, and more sustainable results. And we've worked with some of our members over the last year to try to promote innovation with a particular lens on sustainability. We had the opportunity to work with Sprint, which in partnership with Samsung developed the Reclaim phone, a cradle-to-cradle handset that's designed to tackle the question of zero waste. We've worked with companies that are looking to use mobile technology for other purposes, not to avoid waste, but to build more access to health care, more access to banking services, and more access to other social services for people who otherwise don't have access to those things. Tomorrow afternoon we have a plenary discussion, which I'm very excited about, which is going to bring together 3 really interesting thinkers coming at the question of innovation and sustainability from very different perspectives. And we encourage you to think about this because innovation delivers very clear value for companies. It's what companies know how to do, and it can be harnessed for sustainability. The second element of this roadmap is system redesign. And for a long time, corporate responsibility has been about best practice. It's about finding an example that you can implement, maybe in one isolated instance, and cite it and talk about it and hopefully build on it, but not always, that's not always the case. In fact, I think that the question of working within systems, whether it's the system of your company or the broader system in which we operate, is increasingly important and something we want to focus attention on.